Hello, Wolfpack! We're nearing our 100th video on Wolf and Friends Gaming, so we decided to go back to the roots of the top 5 lists and return to Mass Effect series, doing our top 5 Mass Effect races. This is not meant to be an offensive list, so please, if your favorite Mass Effect alien species did not make the list, do not send us hate comments, because we tried to get all the cool races mentioned on this, and have no offense towards any of them. Mass Effect series is a cool game, and you should all get into it. So let's start this list with our number 5, the Turians. The Turians are half humanoid, half raptor, half bird. The Turians are actually the most strongest alien race in all the galaxy. However, they bear a grudge against humankind because of one reason. During the First Contact War, the Turians lost for the first time against the human race. The humans were that awesome and were able to repel an attack by the Turian race. The Turians hate the humans for this very reason and do not appreciate them trying to join the Council of Aliens. The Turians pack the most mighty military strength and have a vast number of ships, donating the most security to the Council and even forming the C-Sec police force on the Citadel to make sure it's secure. They've really upped their discipline because of their humiliating defeat by humans. Again, another reason why they bear a grudge against us. However, the Turians have two of the most probable characters that you're likely to meet. The main villain, Saren, and your squad mate, Garrus. These two are pretty awesome Turians, but of course you have to fight the good and the bad in the Turians. Garrus being the good, who joins you and bears no hate against humankind whatsoever, and Saren, who absolutely hates humans because a human killed his brother during the First Contact War. And ever since then, he's been trying to keep humans from gaining power, and is even trying to exterminate them first after recruiting Sovereign and the Reapers to help him make the galaxy peaceful, at least in his mind. But the Turians are one of the noteworthy races because of their high military strength and well-regard for discipline among their soldiers. Number 4, the Geth. The Geth are a sentient robot race originally created by the Quarians to serve as both battle droids and servant robots for them. However, the Geth grew a conscience and possibly developed a soul inside of them, and after asking one too many questions, the Quarians decided to eradicate them and destroy them. However, of course, being machines, they overtook the entire world by force and made the Quarians leave their own world after taking it over. The Geth now own the Quarian homeworld until Mass Effect 3, when you have to liberate it in order to recruit the Quarians and possibly the Geth to fight the Reapers. Interestingly, the Geth do not believe in windows. They consider it a structural weakness because it can cause explosive decompression in a spaceship if the window is ever fractured. And in buildings, it could cause disruption because it leads to a blind spot, basically, where you could take out the Geth soldiers who won't know because they'll cross the window and it's an open space that you can peer into their secret headquarters. The best Geth of all is, of course, Legion, who's a squad mate in Mass Effect 2, but downgraded to an assistant in Mass Effect 3, sadly. But he does have his awesomeness still. Legion is, of course, pretty much Geth Jesus, kind of. He's trying to free his people and save their souls by sacrificing himself for the good of his people. If you play nice with Legion and take the Paragon route, you'll recruit Legion's forces and gain the Geth's trust and help them defeat the Reapers, because it turns out the Reapers have indoctrinated the Geth and forced them to serve them in Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 3, the Geth can be liberated and prove to be heroic after all. Interestingly, Commander Shepard and Legion are the first human and Geth to ever interact, and their very first handshake in Mass Effect 2 is considered a crowning achievement between their species and contact with organics, both meeting very peacefully and actually befriending one another, gaining each other's trust. Number 3, the Krogans, a genetically species created by the Solarians to combat the Rachni, a giant insect race that threatened the Solarian homeworld. The Krogan are basically fighters that were bred to take on the Rachni because the Solarians were too weak to stop them. The Krogan are, of course, very epic and awesome and have a lot of strength and skills in combat. However, the Krogan outgrew their usefulness to the Solarians, then they decided to eradicate them. But the Krogan did not want to be eradicated, they wanted to live on and fight more. So the Turians were hired to take out as many Krogan as possible and did the Krogan Wars. However, the Solarians came up with a solution that could end Turian casualties and kill the Krogan once and for all. They created the genophage, a special disease that is supposed to prevent Krogans from breeding, and it succeeded, sadly preventing any Krogans from ever conceiving more children and expanding the species. However, in Mass Effect 3, it is a mission where you have to cure the genophage or possibly keep it going. The Krogan species can either be saved or killed, depending on Commander Shepard's choices. However, the greatest Krogans of all are Urdnot Rex and Urdnot Grunt, who are two Krogan squadmates you recruit that are basically the tank characters who help you throughout the game. They are very useful, and if you choose to befriend them and get to know them, they become Commander Shepard's greatest allies and biggest influences throughout the galaxy. Their species ends up saved, hopefully in the happy ending, which is considered the best ending, and the Krogan can reform if you allow Urdnot Rex to live and reform his people for the better of the world. Number 2. The Asari. The Asari are a beautiful, intelligent race, known for being mostly made of blue females. The Asari are one of the most influential races throughout the entire galaxy, even the ones who founded the Citadel and formed the Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Two of your squadmates, Dr. Liara Tassani and Samara the Justicar, aid Commander Shepard in his fight against the Reapers. However, evil Asari often stand in the way of Commander Shepard's fight. Asari, like Matriarch Benezia, and a lot of mercenaries who work for Eclipse and, of course, the Blue Suns. However, the Asari are mostly known for being one of the most heroic races throughout the galaxy because of their selflessness and elegance and care for the galaxy. The Asari can mate with any species they want, and every time they give birth to a child, it's usually another female Asari. Although rumor has it Mass Effect Andromeda might actually feature the first male Asari in the series, but I'm not making any promises, and it's just a theory, but it's possible a male Asari is somewhere down the line. The Asari are mostly known for their Asari Commandos, an elite unit of female Asari soldiers who combat enemies for the government. The Asari Commandos are very disciplined and are capable of matching strengths with the Turian army. The Asari are a very helpful species and very caring, and considering how you play your cards right, sometimes they can be your best friends and greatest enemies at the same time. One of the greatest love interests of all is Dr. Liara Tassani, who you have the option to mate with as Commander Shepard, and Shepard's gender is irrelevant because the Asari do not care what gender they are with, as long as they are expanding the species and finding love and peace in the universe. And finally, we reach our number 1, humans. That's right, humans are the greatest race in the Mass Effect series. Ever since the First Contact War, humans have been reaching their peak and influence across the galaxy, gaining a lot of interest from other aliens. Humans actually impressed a lot of aliens by defeating the Turians, who had the highest military in the galaxy. By just sheer willpower and strength did humans repel their invasion of Earth and actually succeed as a massive superpower throughout the galaxy. Humans did not play an important part until Mass Effect 1, where they came in and had the first human Spectre, Commander Shepard. Ever since the attack of the Reapers, humans have gained more trust from aliens, and throughout the entire series is basically your character, Commander Shepard's place to impress a lot of aliens and gain respect and show that not all humans are evil. However, of course, there are lots of evil humans in the series, such as Cerberus, who wants to expand humanity's influence across the galaxy, but do it through incredibly dangerous and psychotic methods. Of course, Commander Shepard has to work with Cerberus in Mass Effect 2, but then it's up to you to choose whether you want to help them or go against them. I strongly advise going against them because of how evil the Elusive Man really is deep down. However, humans are the greatest race in the galaxy. Having their army, the Alliance, serve to protect humanity and its colonies, and even help out other alien allies. humans have become pretty much the best race in the entire series and are often the main focus. Although it is a bit unfair considering that your focus is a human character and you have to see how things are doing on Earth and how humans fit in across the galaxy. But they are one of the superpower nations, kind of, in space. Of course, humans do have their flaws, and you have to prove that sometimes humans are bad, but a lot of times humans do mean well, and they want to help the entire universe. But it's because of humans' strong willpower that they bring hope to a lot of the galaxy and influence a lot of aliens to try their best and match up to their kindness. Now here are some honorable mentions that you might have wanted to see on the list but didn't quite make it in. The Solarians and the Quarians. The Solarians would have made the list because of their interesting character types, considering they like to talk fast, breed asexually, and only live for 40 years, with the greatest squad mate being Morden Solus. However, they did not make the list because of their willingness to kill the entire Krogan race. The Quarians, on the other hand, did not make this list either because of their eagerness to eradicate the Geth, who turned out to be a sentient race. However, Quarians like Tali, Zora, Voss, Normandy prove that not all of them are evil, and a lot of them are actually very interesting characters. Sorry that none of the other races you might have wanted to see did not make the list, but we hope that doesn't make you angry at all. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy us for more videos. We hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for more lists on Wolf and Friends Gaming. Goodbye.